So this is Lake George in southeast South Australia.
It's a place that we come as a family to camp and enjoy the outdoors.
We live in Beachport, me and Harv.
As our lake, it's public access, so we shoot and we fish on the lake and we camp and lots of kids and other things.
I started coming over to Lake George with my father when I was probably about 6 years old. I used to watch him hunt. I used to sit in the scrub and watch him while he was hunting. And then as I got old enough, I started hunting with my father over here.
I've got my son Joey and my son Harry. We love to come down here camping and hunting, fishing, exploring. They just like to be outdoors.
Well, it's a part of us, really. I mean, grew up shooting, hunting, fishing, net fishing out of here with my dad. Now, got my young fella showing him the ropes.
Since they were little, we've had birthday parties here and camped overnight numerous times.
Being used by the local community for hunting and fishing for over 100 years, 150 years since people settled here. These places where we can come and fish and hunt and get away from it all are very vital to us. We treasure them.
It's definitely something that we've carried on as a family tradition, doing lots of camps with the kids, and duck opening is a big event here with families.
It's a good break from work, basically, to take the kids here and something to do. A reason to come down here is hunting and fishing.
It's absolutely alive. And the reason it's alive is it's a community managed project, so to speak. The Lake George Management Group has made sure that with PIRSA and the Drainage Board and other concerns in the greater community, local government and local council, to try and maintain it as best as it could. It's actually a thriving environment.
We make up nesting boxes for the ducks and place them around the lake and some of the drains for the conservation side of it.
The bird numbers vary in seasonal conditions. When it's dry inland and the lake's full of water, it's got a large amount of birds on it. Birds use this for a bit of a respite or a bit of a sanctuary sort of thing. There's a lot of migratory birds that use this lake.
I mean, it fluctuates. There's no argument there, but the numbers we're seeing this year after the wet that we've had the previous few years is phenomenal. Like probably the most ducks I've ever seen this year.
I've been coming here for 50 years. I've seen it with millions of birds on it and I've seen it with no birds on it. So it just fluctuates depending on seasonal conditions.
Oh, I saw some ducks.
You did, there's lots of ducks.
The men in our community come here and connect with nature, but also with each other, contributor to good mental health for our men in our community.
We monitor lake levels, we monitor salinity levels, we liaise with PIRSA.
This whole lake and this system is a testament to the local community who've looked after it for 150 years. And as you can see, when you go around and have a look at it, it's in pristine condition. And it's in pristine condition because people actually care for it and treasure it.
This year we've been fighting very hard to keep it open because National Parks want to take it over. But we've got the Lake George Management Committee that we're fighting to keep it open for everyone to use.
But we want to keep it as public land, which it is at this moment. It's one of the few lakes in the whole southern part of the Coorong that's open to the public, and they're clamouring to take it away from us, which would include duck shooting and the fishing. And that would be just such a loss.
The local community, mostly who are hunters that I know, spend a lot of time around here cleaning up rubbish and keeping the place tidy.
I found some rubbish.
That's right. What'd you do with the rubbish?
Not touch them.
What do we do when we pick the rubbish up?
Put them in the bin.
That's right.
If they took away the shooting and fishing here, I think the effects to the community they'd reverberate for a long time.
That would be devastating to this community, to our family.
It's so important for me, it's important for my grandchild, it's important for my kids, it's important for the next generation.
Oh.
Grumpy.
Very much so. Yeah, I mean, it's been a part of our whole life.
It has the potential of being taken over by people who don't have the passion for the area or an understanding of the ecosystems in the lake and things like that, and the water levels, and well, they might have the science, but they don't have the practical experience, and they haven't been here, you know, day after day.
Oh, look, if we lost this lake, we'd be devastated. The local hunting community, fishing community, camping community, we'd be devastated.
If we lost the lake, our connection to country, our connection to food, like being able to connect to the seasons, and would be lost.
A lot of the good wetlands in the southeast are privately owned. This is one of the few places that you've got public access to, that you're allowed to come here and do those things, and to lose it would be devastating.
The hunting's one thing, but camping and being able to harvest your own food, you know, where it comes from. Just being around the camp, being tidy, respectful, I mean, it brings up a pretty cool little kid.